Hello everyone, I'm going to be doing my review of the Yamaha SR 400. It is a 2018 bike. It's resembled off the 1978 SR 400. It's basically the same bike with some modern upgrades to it, and we'll get into that in a few minutes. But it's a great bike, super fun. First of all, it has a disc brake up front compared to the drum brake it used to have in 78. So that's a little nice. That front brake is super touchy though. You do have to be careful. It does have the original headlight style and blinkers and cluster and everything else like that. But there's a little difference in this bike also. On the back you can see it does have the drum brake. I don't know if that's the original style drum brake or if it's been upgraded. I don't, to be honest with you, I really don't know. It has original style blinkers and back tail light. Those are not plastic, those are metal fenders. It's chain driven, so you do have to adjust your chain and watch your chain. This is the first time I ever had a chain bike, so it's kind of different for me. I have never, all the Harleys I had two Harleys, they're both belt driven. So, and up here is your switches. This is the high and low beam here. This is like if you're riding, you push this and your lights go flash, high beam, low beam, high beam. If you're going through a light and stuff, I use that a lot. These are your blinkers, obviously. This is your horn, honk honk. And right down here, some people probably wondering, what the hell is that? That's a compression release. Because this bike, even though it's modeled after the 1978 SR 400, it's fuel injected. And what's cool about it is, here's the compression window. What's cool about it is it's kickstart only. This bike is only kickstart. So a lot of people don't like that. They have a hard time selling it at the thing because a lot of people don't want to kickstart their bike every time they get on and ride. They like a electric start. But what it is you have to get it top dead center, obviously, before you can kick it. Oops, I have it in first gear. Hang on a second. Hold on, I'll just put you down for a second. Turn it on. You can see it's in neutral. So what it is obviously you have to get your bike top dead center or it's not going to fire. So you push down on this like with your foot. And once it hits that spot, that's the compression. You hit the compression release valve as you're pushing down on this. As you can see, it releases the pressure. And you can use that little cheat window there if you wanted to. And if you see a little metal piece, that's when you know you're at top dead center. Then you give it one hell of a kick and it starts over and it kicks over. I've never had too many problems kicking it over, just doing stupid stuff like not having the piston down at the bottom or not having the top dead center and not being able to kick it over. Shocks are nice. A lot of playing them, a lot of up and down. Don't care for that stock seat. It makes this bike you sit very upright. I'm not used to that. I've had two Harleys, and those bikes you sit into the bikes. This bike you sit on the bike. Took me a few minutes to get used to that. Down here is comes with some tools. You take your key, unlock that, open it up. There's a little tool bag in there. Just basic tools, real cheapos, but they do help because my mirror was coming loose. And I just opened that up, grabbed the tools I needed out of there to tighten it up. So there's not a whole lot of space to carry anything on this bike. What I like about the bike is the simplicity of it. It's very simple. That's what's cool. It has the metal fender up front. It's not plastic. And What else? Oh, I changed the grips out. These aren't original grips. I put these on here. I got these off of Wish for $4. So I put these on here. You can see it's a little scrape there. Some guy cut me off. I crashed. I scraped my tank right there. And the little sissy bar it's okay. I haven't used it yet for anything. Really haven't had the need for it. But it's kind of cool. I'm going to switch out the seat eventually because it's very uncomfortable. It's hard as a rock. After about, well, it's kind of broken in now, but after about an hour or so of riding, your ass hurts really, really bad. This is go Air Force. This is your pickcock here. Since it's not carbureted, you don't have to turn it off. You can leave it on all the time. I just leave my fuel on. It's not going to, since it's fuel injected, it's not going to drip and make your bowl, like flood your bowl out. So I just leave it on all the time. But you can turn it off if you want, if you want to do that. It's a single cylinder, obviously. They call them thumpers. It's a great bike. Super, super fun. This is for your helmet. You can lock your helmet up in there. There's not much to this bike. I mean, besides that, here's the cluster. You got your speedo here, obviously, and you got your Jesus, I forgot. My mind just went blank. I'm sorry. You have a tack out here, but on the freeway, I'm 6 foot. I'm 260. It's comfortable at 65 miles an hour. It tacks out about 4,000 RPMs, about 4142 RPMs on the freeway at 65. If I push up to 70, it goes about 75, right around there, around 70, 72, 73 miles an hour. It gets kind of sketchy at that point. I usually keep it around 65, 70. It's very comfortable on the freeway. It says it does 100, but there's no way in hell I'd ever do 100 on this bike. That's frightening as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I have. This is kind of cool because this is the old school roll dial. After you fill your gas up in here, you roll it back to 0, and it's like the old school clusters. It's pretty cool. I like it. And this is your key that one key opens everything on this bike. And you take that, pop it off. You got your gas tank your gas cap right there. Took me a minute to figure this out because coming from a Harley, coming from a Harley, they never had, unless you had bought a gas cap that locked, that would never have that. So it took me a second the first time I filled it up to figure it out how to put it on and off. I've never had a Yamaha, Honda, or anything like that. I had a Fat Boy, a Harley Fat Boy, a 1999, and I had a 2008 Sportster, which was a Nightster. So it was my first Yamaha. I absolutely love it to death. It's super, 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 super fun to ride. So light and nimble. This thing just rolls right into the corners. Just lift your hips a little bit to the left or the right, and this thing just wants to tuck right into the corners real tight. It's so fun. It's super fun. This is your oil right here. Take that, you check your oil here, and it goes down through the frame to where it's sub pump and all that. It has little reflectors right up here. I don't know what you use these for. I guess for spoke rims, front brake, like I said before, drum brake. I mean, not drum brake, disc brake. I like this headlight. It's pretty nice. It's pretty bright, especially when you put on brightness. It gets really bright in a dark road. Back tail light's nice. I like the old look of it, even though it's a 2018. It's a brand new bike. Stock exhaust. They have aftermarket exhaust so you can put it on to make it loud, but I don't want it loud. I want it quiet. I'd like to have it a little more quiet than it really is, to be honest with you. I like really quiet bikes now. I used to be into Harleys and fucking loudest straight pipes and all that, but I'm just the opposite now. People change, attitudes change, opinions change, and there's nothing wrong with having opinions that change. You don't always have to have the same shit all the time. There goes a Harley there. And, but anyways, enough of that. Tank is a 3.3 gallon tank. These are side covers, obviously, just to cover up components and all that stuff. Everything's underneath the battery and is underneath the seat, which comes off from, there's a bolt right here, this bolt here. There's one here, one on the other side. It screws up into the seat, and there's a little latch over here that goes down into the seat. Take these two bolts off, and the seat slides out. Then you can take that seat off. You can adjust the shocks here. I have them right where I would like them. Some easy to adjust front brake here. You have this little wing nut here. It's really super easy to adjust to get it to where you like it. Everybody has their own little opinion on how they like the brakes to stop. I like a little play in my front brake like this, so I adjusted it to have just a little play in it before it starts to engage. That's just me though. I always, even on my Harleys, I always rode my levers cockeyed. Like this one's always down a little more, and this one's always up higher. The clutch, I don't know why. I've just always been comfortable like that. So I always have my clutch down a little lower, and my front brake has always been up a little higher. I broke this off when the first day I actually got the damn bike. I was on an incline trying to kickstart it. It was a nice bike. I was on the incline trying to kickstart it. First time I ever started a bike ever. And I ended up falling over, broke that off, and bent this up a little bit. I just gotta get a new one. It's super easy to replace. I just haven't had time. And I don't know, that's about it, I think. I really can't think of anything else to. It has a nice chain guard on it, nice metal chain guard. It's not plastic junk. What I like about this, I mean, the side panel, these are plastic, but the tank's metal, fenders are metal, the chain guard's metal. You know, it's just all around really good bike, and it's a Yamaha. So if you keep up on your maintenance on it, the oil changes. This fly's killing me. Oil changes, and you know, just watch your valve lash, make sure they're adjusted and all that stuff, and your chain and blah blah blah. Bike is gonna last you forever. I mean, you'll give this to your grandkids if you want to. You know, I mean, it's gonna last forever. It's 2018. It's a brand new bike, so there's no reason why you shouldn't. The pickup on it is not great. I mean, obviously, it's a 400 single cylinder. I mean, you're not going to be winning any races with this bike, but it's cool, especially with a first-time rider. You want something like this, like a 400 or something smaller. You don't want a giant leader bike, like 1,000, because you're going to kill yourself. Get something small, man. Learn how to ride. Learn how to take the corners. Learn how to stop. Learn how to maneuver. Learn how to, you know, go in and out of the corners and drive and this and that on a smaller bike. Then work your way up to a bigger bike. Trust me, I'm telling you from experience. I started, my very first motorcycle was a 1999 Harley Davidson Fat Boy with 16-inch ape hangers on it. And I had absolutely no effing idea what the hell I was doing on that bike. I almost killed myself about 100 times. But start low, just build your way up, you know. Nobody says it has to be a crazy super, you know, high-end bike. Just start something like this. This bike, brand new, 2018, brand new on the showroom, was $4,999, less than $5,000. I mean, it's a great starter bike, man. I mean, even though I've been riding for a long time, like 10 years. I mean, you know, just it's super fun. I just can't get over how much fun this bike is. It's super, super fun. I mean, who wants to ride around a full bagger every day, like around town and stuff, you know? It's just too much. It's too heavy. It's bulky. They're great for long runs and stuff like that, but this bike is just, I know I keep saying fun, but it's just fun. It's a Yamaha. The fly's killing me. I had it has emblems here, but I took them off. I didn't really care for them. The bars are bent, if you noticed that. If you notice the bars here and here, they are bent. When that guy cut me off and I hit the curb and it fell, I bent my bars out. I tried to bend them back a little bit. I pushed on this one and put my foot up on this one, but I need to replace them. They're only like 30-40 bucks. Super cheap. I just haven't had time. I worked 2 full-time jobs. I just haven't had time to replace them. Here's the on button. Watch, I'll turn it off, I'll turn it on, you can hear the fuel injector going off. So that's the fuel injector there. These lights come on, then they stop. Obviously I have a blinker on. And there's your high beam there. I don't know if you can see it, it's pretty bright out. There's your neutral lights on. I'm at 22 miles. I just filled up before I came out here. And that's about it. I guess I can try to start it for you. Hang on just 1 second. If I figure out where the pause button is. So here we go. I moved it out a little bit. Got it top dead center. I'm going to kick it here and start it up real quick for you. One good kick. That's all it takes. Start the first kick every time. Can you tell it's not loud? I really don't like revving my bike like that. I usually don't do that, but I'm just doing it for the video. Yeah, I never rev my bike like that on purpose. I just do it for the video. But if you like it, it's a great bike. Look into them. Anything, you know. My next bike was hopefully it's going to be an enduro bike, but thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know if you liked my review or if I missed something, or if you have any questions, put them down below and I'll answer them. All right, thanks a lot. Talk to you later.